Well, hello there everybody, this is Tigitar here, and welcome back to another Terraria video. I have an update, finally, after a long time, on Downfall, and another episode of Tigaria. So, we are here in the first order of business. I would like to introduce to everyone Galactic Jambalaya. I have been working on this spaceship up here at the very top of the world, and it's going to serve as the game interface for Downfall. So you will start the game right here at the teleporter at the back of the ship, and then you'll be met with this mannequin here who I still need to dress up and sort of narrate as the ship's captain. And then these signs are going to explain the game and the mechanics and all that. So basically the idea is you start here in the very back section of the ship. We're back here in like the engine room and stuff. Oh, and I also forgot actually, this switch here turns the lights on, so you can do that right away. That'll probably help. So yeah, here's the first section, and you'll notice over to the left there's more ship, and there's this closed door right here. These blocks are just blocking the doorway. And there is a gem lock right here, which will kind of act as the key to open the next section there. But you'll start the level 1 by setting your spawn point at this bed and then falling down from here to complete level 1. Once you get to the bottom, you'll be able to retrieve a large amethyst, and then you'll teleport back up and you can put it in the lock and unlock the next section basically. And then again you can turn on the lights, more signs exclaiming how wonderful you are for advancing, and probably some other baloney like that. And then we have the armory to host level 2, I guess. And level 2, you'll reset your spawn to here, and then complete the level by falling down here. Once you've done that, there's going to be another large gem you can unlock the next door with. And then we are into the bunking quarters, kind of the main living space for the crewmates and all the soldiers or whoever's on board, I guess. Kind of the more comfy hangout zone, you might say. It's got a bathroom down here with lights, and then it also even has a sauna over here, which you can turn on with this switch. So that's kind of fun. Once again, in the very center, you'll be able to set your spawn and then do the actual game level. And then finally, you will find the third large gem, which will unlock the last section of the ship, the bridge, where the pilot controls are and everything really happens in the ship here. You can see the front I guess it's kind of a cockpit here, but not really. It's more of a bridge. I wanted it to be like a big open control room. And there's also a teleporter right here, but it's not hooked up to anything at the moment. But what I'm going to do is have a final large gem that you collect after completing the last section, number 4, which will launch from right here. And then you can retrieve the large sapphire, which will unlock the teleporter over here, which of course I don't have hooked up, but now after placing the gem, you'll be able to activate it. And then it'll take you to the final like prize reward area is my plan. So that's basically a close-up walkthrough of the ship. Let me zoom out now and you can sort of see the whole thing in more context. You can see, although it's nighttime right now, there are a handful of different weaponry pieces on the outside of this ship. And overall, it's one of my probably my most detailed builds that I've ever done, really. And one of the main things is I've managed to include a little bit of depth with a couple of 3D tricks. So a lot of the platforms, the main platforms that you walk on, are supported by three-dimensional looking braces here. So I've been working on and practicing, learning how to do these little visual tricks so it looks like stuff is actually coming in or out of the depth of field and stuff like that. Overall, I'm really actually happy with it, and I think it's probably one of the best builds that I've managed to do, honestly. Here's the whole thing in map view. You can get an idea of it. Overall, it's a very long, skinny shape. It's kind of funny, actually. Now, another thing I should do is I should fix my audio here, because I had the volume, mainly the music, turned way down. Something sounded really off, and I couldn't quite get it for a second there. I'm not used to just playing Terraria without the audio on, but I had turned it down while I was building this with other audio in the background instead. Anyway, that's the spaceship here. That is Galactic Jambalaya is the name that I'm going to give to the ship itself, which is kind of just a funny joke on a random name for a character that I was playing around with. I don't even remember what it was now, but I just think it's a funny name. Now, moving on to the rest of the game, you can see the progress that has been made on levels 1, 2, and even level 3 I've just started here. So I've basically completed the main, well, at least the main framework for sections 1 and 2. So those levels are almost completely done now. Of course, the very bottom, the end, I still need to figure out exactly how I want to do that. But I was just checking on the last Tigaria update video that I did, and I only had these first, I guess, 4 sections, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. There's 5 obstacle sections done in that video, and since then I rebalanced a bunch of stuff, I think in all of these first sections actually. It was way too crazy for level 1, and arguably even level 4, but it was a lot harder than I wanted it to be, so I rebalanced that, and I want to show you what it looks like now. I will do some testing of that in a minute here, but I also wanted to briefly talk about the upgrades that I have planned. So if you remember, I have 3 upgrade stations per level. These little blue boxes are they're kind of like little cups that you'll fall into to receive an upgrade. And so there's one there, one right here, and then a third one down or somewhere in this area between these 2 sections. And then of course there will be an upgrade once you get to the very end of the level as well. So basically each section will have a total of 4 upgrades, and I have those basically lined up here is my plan. So for level 1, the first thing you'll receive is, currently the plan is going to be this beetle scale mail, and that'll increase your movement speed by 6%, and then I'll grant some quick specter goggles, which when you equip will allow you to see the walls at the very start, so it's not as confusing, and they're also quick, so they will give you a little bit of a speed boost, which will allow you to navigate just a little bit quicker. Cobalt helmet, and then the quick aglet, which will be a flat 9% move speed increase, which should be pretty noticeable actually. Then level 2, we've got the ghee, a slice of cake, which I'm going to give to the player so that you can give yourself the sugar rush when you start the level, which is basically just gonna give you a permanent 20% increased movement speed, which is actually pretty big as well. But then the first actual mechanic changer is the Shield of Cthulhu, which will allow you to dash. And so at the bottom of section 2 here, this is the spot you'll receive the Shield of Cthulhu. And then following that, you'll see that I built a bunch of these platforms much wider and closer together. So it's really hard, if not pretty much impossible, to get through this section without grabbing the shield and then using the dash to get through here. Hopefully it's not too impossible even with the dash, but it's definitely pretty dang tricky. So the dashing is the first major mechanic, and then at the end of level 2 you'll get the binoculars, which I think will be pretty dang cool because you can use them and of course see further ahead of you. So when you're falling, you can now see obstacles way further ahead of you than you could before. I think that'll be really nice. And then starting level 3, another new mechanic, the blowpipe, is going to be added. So my plan is to have have a couple of blue pressure plates incorporated in starting mid-level 3 that you'll have to shoot with a projectile in order to open up the path forward. So as you're falling, you'll have to shoot something in order to open the way. Otherwise, you'll just hit the thing and splat on it. That's the second major mechanic, and then these other upgrades as you get further. The handgun will be basically like an upgrade to the blowpipe once you complete that level. And then the final level, level 4, a dash upgrade with a tabby so you can dash farther. And then some more basic move speed increases. And finally, if you beat level 4, you'll unlock the Lucky Horseshoe, which will make basically unlock creative mode for the game. So that's the path for the upgrades. I think you can basically see, if you haven't on the map now, the general layout of the sections. I'll just kind of pan down so that you can get an idea of what they look like now. And then we'll go ahead and do a couple of test runs with it, and we'll see how many times I can kill myself, or if it's a little bit better balanced now than it was last time. So we have nothing on us. I'll set my spawn here, and let's see, I guess let's just see what happens as we fall through here. I have not done much actual gameplay practice on this in quite a while, so I'm expecting to die very easily. However, it is quite a bit easier than it was originally, so it should be a little bit better balanced. I'm hoping that people will be able to make it through without a whole ton of frustration, but I definitely want it to be a bit challenging, especially once we get towards the higher and higher levels, of course. Okay, we're sticking towards the left side, and I got spiked by that one lava strip. What I should also do is try to figure out if I can get a couple of the upgrade stations. Let's try this again here. And maybe I'll try to demonstrate how to get into the first upgrade as well. I did not make it there. So basically, you need to go around this little green island right here, either on one side or the other. It's a little bit tougher from the right, but still definitely doable. But I was indecisive and wound up right on the edge that time. Alright, let's see if I can hit it this time, and right there. Okay, now you'll notice that water, I think I've explained this before, but the water in here does not actually stop your fall. It's not deep enough, but the cloud blocks do. However, the water is here so that you can't jump out of this and sort of hop down on the obstacles from here. Yeah, I don't have the upgrade stocked right now. I guess I could just go ahead and grab one out of the chest here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is put all my stuff away and grab all the upgrades. So we just got the first one. Let's put these the scale mail on, and it'll give us just a little bit more mobility here. Nothing too special. Oh, also I just realized I still have my Rod of Discord on my hotbar. That could definitely be used to one's advantage, but I've never even thought about that until just now, actually. Made it past the first upgrade station. Alright, we're looking pretty decent so far. Definitely you can see a big difference from... Oh man! I was trying to go between these two, but I just barely missed it. Ah, shoot. Tried to get a little bit too fancy there. But yeah, you can see a big difference between these first few levels, how they are now, and how they were on the last video, where it was just way more crowded and there wasn't much freedom to actually dodge stuff and find your own route. It was more like, uh-oh, shoot. I was just completely not thinking about this big island here. You do have to keep this one in mind when you're in this first section. Anyway, yeah, it was far too crowded to allow for any freedom of finding your own routes before, but now it seems a lot more balanced where you can, you should be able to find your way around a few different ways. Oh, shoot. I did not start moving away from the spear soon enough. Alright, here we are, heading towards the second upgrade here. Right here, yes. Nice, okay, we got it. So that would be... Uh-oh, I messed up the order here. Oh yeah, the Spectre goggles. Oh, I was looking at them and thought that they were the binoculars. So I was like, wait, the binoculars? That's not till like level 2. There we go. We got the goggles on. We can see the edges at the start now, and we have just a little bit more speed. So let's try this left-hand side once again. We're sticking pretty tight to the wall. Oh gosh, that was really close. Nice, we've made a new record for ourselves on these attempts. And we're through that section, we're on to the next. This one is definitely more reactionary and less planning ahead. Okay, nice, we made it through that one as well. The major pumpkin in the middle. Oh no, I missed the upgrade station though. I forgot that one was there, but I know this time. Let's see if I can make it through. Oh, dang it. I was preemptive in my moving to the right here, so I got clipped on that block. Oh, that was so bad. I was sure I was gonna make it through that one. Okay, well, we managed to skip that upgrade station, so we didn't get any new gear that time. And you'll notice I'm definitely trying to just travel more reactionary and less remembering what obstacles are where. And I'm kind of doing that intentionally to make it a little bit tougher for me, since I've built it and practiced it a lot as I build it. Although I did end up in the same route this time. But I want to try different routes for myself when I'm doing this. Oh sweet, we barely got this third upgrade here. I actually wasn't sure because I bumped the side of the pumpkin here, but we did make it, so that would be, I think, the cobalt helmet here. But anyway, yeah, I'm making it a little bit tougher by not selecting a route to go, because if you do try to go the same route every time, it will make it significantly easier if you just remember a specific route to go on. Okay, this time we're in a different part of the yellow, I don't know what you want to call these. And then we're through onto the pumpkins. We're skipping the upgrade station this time. Here we go. Approaching the final section once again. Oh no! I think I might have screwed it up. I made it! I made it! Okay, nice. Sweet. And we make it all the way to the bottom, where I have not yet added the fall immunity so that you won't die when you complete the level. But we did complete level 1 there, and honestly, that didn't feel too terrible. I mean, I have practiced it a lot, but I haven't done much of it at all over the last month or two even. So, pretty decent results there. Let's see if we can move on to level 2 and give it a couple test runs. Now, this one I think I have completed before, but only once or twice, I believe. Oh, and I forgot, we could also give ourselves the upgrade for completing level 1 here. Although I don't want to really try it. Oh, I should have got that upgrade there, but I passed it. Let's see how far we can make it. Oh, I missed that little angular nub in there. Okay, so we made it pretty far just as a first run there. In theme, it's definitely not much different from level 1. Once you get past the first 2 or 3 sections, I think it definitely steps up. Okay, so I think the aglet is what we... Yeah, the aglet was the final upgrade for completing level 1. And also, when I have been testing it, playtesting as I build, I typically do not use any of the upgrade accessories. So I'm hoping... Oh, I accidentally missed that again. I'm hoping that that also helps to sort of balance things out and make things a little bit easier. Oh, dang. Landed right on that little shiver thorn right there. This section is an interesting pattern, but it's rather difficult to get the turnaround and make it back to the left there. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that is one of the sections that has given me the most trouble, even though it's built in a pattern symmetrically, rather than using more random placement like this one here, and most of them in fact. Once again, I completely missed the upgrade because I'm not thinking about it at all. Oh, and then I land right on the first horizontal platform of the... I don't know what I want to call this section, like the Doom section. It's red and angry looking. Coming down, and there we go, perfect. First upgrade for level 2, which will actually be not a direct new item, but it's going to be an upgrade from the beetle scale mail. So we're going to get 10% movement speed up from 6. So it's just a little 4% increase for us overall. Okay, I definitely did not do a good move there. Let's stick a little bit closer to the right this time. I find that because this section right here is all of these spikes. Oh, dang. I keep hitting this stupid platform there. Ah, that gets me so much. Anyway, yeah, sticking to the right at the start makes this section a little bit more bearable because of all the angular pieces going down to the left. Okay, we've made it through a new record for ourselves here. Oh, the upgrade station is on the left there. Ooh, I actually thought I was going to make it through there, but I didn't quite. Made it to, I don't know what section this is. Probably about halfway through, though. A little bit past the second upgrade station. Alright, through the Doom section once again here. And, oh, I was doing really good at the start, and then all of a sudden I panicked and, ooh, not again. One thing that I also need to do that I just realized, I need to take off my wisp. Because you're not supposed to have a light pet while you're doing this either. And that's actually one thing that I have not been paying attention to during almost all this testing. I'm hoping that I have lights sufficient enough to make it not super impossible without a light pet. Because I've accidentally been testing it with that quite a lot of the time, I'm realizing now. Yeah, through the blue spikes. What was that? Did you see that? Oh, it looked like I clipped those blocks there. I'm pretty sure I did actually, but for some reason I didn't die until I hit the one platform that I always die from. That was very interesting. That's happened to me a couple of times while I've been playing around with this actually. It seems like there are special circumstances where you can barely clip the edge of a block and not actually die. Ooh, there we go. That was a pretty spicy section there. It looks like we're through the Doom section as well here. Onto the letters, and I just remembered the upgrade station's over here, so we did make it to it. Nice. I believe that would be the slice of cake now, and that's why, after you retrieve that, that's why this workbench at every spawn station is an empty flat surface. So you can plop the cake down there, and then you can have even more horizontal speed, which I'm definitely feeling in contrast to how it started here. Ooh! Oh no! Dang it. Alright, once again, we're in the Doom section. And we're clear. Excellent. Alright, past the letters, and oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same spot that I did the same thing the last time. Oh man. Usually, I actually don't have much trouble in this section either. I kind of like this one. Stick to the middle right-ish is what I've been trying here. Definitely tricky in this section right here, but overall it works pretty decently, I'd say. Made it through the Doom section. Let's get over to the right again. Oh man, snuck right past the G. This time I'm gonna stick to the right of that big one. Oh, but I do the same thing on the next one. Ah, wow. Ooh, man, that was really tight there on some of those. I definitely feel like once I find a path and try to go that specifically, it does make it so you can be way more precise and close. Oh, hello, bouncing gravestone. Way more precise. Oh, dang it. But I am noticing that even without my light pet on, I don't think it's making too much of a difference. Oh, dude, I did it twice. Whoa, that was crazy. And then I hit the S again. Oh my gosh, not again. Wow. Yeah, I block stopped twice there, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I heely wheelied. How about it's a heely wheelie? When you clip the block and just bounce off of it, but you don't die. Yeah, that was very interesting how it happened twice in a row there. Into the Doom section. Once you get the feel for it, it's not bad at all. You just weave right through it, but for whatever reason, it just dooms me so much. Oh, I was indecisive going around this one here. Oh, you know what I just realized? I keep forgetting to eat the cake. Oh, I knew that would happen. I would just place it and then forget about it. Oh, man. Ooh. Right on the F that time. First time I've hit that one, I think. Eee. I think I'm just bad. See if I can make it past these letters this time. Oh boy. Past the bouncing gravestones. Oh boy. Oh, we're finally through. Oh, and just as I was afraid of, it's a massive graveyard down here. Oh no. I was just thinking about, oh dang it. Almost made it through the green ball section there. I was thinking about that because a lot of the obstacles up above are thin enough to where the gravestones won't actually land on them, but a lot of the lower ones are, so there's just a graveyard down below now. Man, it's so funny, like, I'm actually dying way more than I expected to, but it's not feeling overwhelmingly frustrating, and I'm not sure why that is, because I feel like I should be doing a lot better, but it also feels like I know all of the routes are possible now. I just keep messing up on slightly different things each time. I don't know if that's good for the game or not, or if it's gonna get... Whoa! That was a big wheelie healy. Oh, and we got a Blood Moon Rising now, and I couldn't make it through the Doom section. That was a crazy one in the middle there, though. Down once again in the pink glowing moss, which is just gray from all of the death and gravestones. And we're through... Oh my gosh, that was a big wheelie healy, but I missed the upgrade station. Oh, dang it. Yeah, missed the upgrade station, but we did get all the way to the blue moss. Yeah, that station there is the one that will unlock the Shield of Cthulhu, which you don't technically need, but almost really necessarily could use it to make it through these last two sections here. Let's give it one more attempt here, and then I'll just fly through the bottom couple of sections to show them off. And then I'll show off the very beginnings of level 3 that I've just started on. And then we'll call that an episode here, because I've actually already been recording for, ooh, quite a little while. Man, this Doom section I just cannot get past. I think part of it also is trying to think about what to say and talk at the same time definitely doesn't help either. Especially, it seems like, for sections like this, where I just have to remember the pattern of how to go. And then it's, like, easy, but for whatever reason, when I'm trying to do two things at once, it makes it a lot harder. And let me just show you the beginning of Section 3 here. Starts off with the cosmetic section is like an asteroid field in space, followed by some clouds, and then a couple floating islands. And then we'll start the actual obstacles here. And this is what I was just working on, actually. I was waiting for these trees to grow, which it looks like they are doing, so that's very good. Got that one. I think this one hadn't grown before. So it looks like I'll be able to finish up this one pretty soon. This acorn still hasn't grown. But here's the first section, palm tree themed. And for the general theme of Section 3 here, I was gonna just have it progress through all of the different biomes in the game. And I think that'll be pretty cool as a progression theme for the whole level. These first two don't really have a theme to them, except for abstract, I guess. But they don't really flow together very nice or anything like that. So that's one thing that I'm going to try to improve here in level 3. And before we wrap up, let's just go all the way down to the bottom. And I will show you briefly that last couple of sections here that we never quite got to. Past the green, here's that third upgrade station, which I think you have to enter from the left here. You can't make it from the right because this ball here is too close. I might want to change that up a little bit. Maybe what I should do actually is shrink this thing significantly and make it like even like the smallest size. That way you could get into the upgrade from either side. I think that might be a good idea. Here is the final moss section here. All the blue moss with the largely horizontal obstacles, which will be able to, which the Shield of Cthulhu will take advantage of in dodging. And then the final section down here is just a couple of massive musical notes, which also are intended to allow you to use the Shield of Cthulhu to effectively get through this because of how big but spread out the obstacles are. And then that brings you to the bottom of level 2. So that's basically where we have it right now. Hopefully I was able to show everything without too much frustration, but definitely was more dying than I had hoped to do. Definitely really excited about the Galactic Jambalaya up here. This spaceship, definitely one of the coolest things I've made, and hopefully you guys thought it was pretty cool as well. So I will keep on working on this, completing levels 3 and 4, and then we're actually probably over 50% done, or at least around there, with the entire mini game of Downfall. It's turning out to be not very mini, but it's still gonna be a game, I think. So we'll hope for that anyway. The song of the episode for today is going to be One Night in Bangkok by Murray Head. I think that's how you say his name. I could be wrong though. Check that one out if you're interested. You can check out the Discord down below as well. And I've been actually working on this spaceship and these levels here quite a bit on Twitch recently. So if you're interested in checking that out and catching me there, there should be a link down below for that as well. Other than that, thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I hope you have an outstanding rest of your day.